Hey guys, this is ND Flow here with ND Flow Beats. Just a quick tutorial in general. I just purchased the MPK49, which is right here. Not gonna lie, I really like this controller. One of the issues I found was I couldn't figure out how to hook it up with Reason. When you do connect this, it gives you this basic setting. You can use the keyboard properly, but to get the pads to start working and all the other controls, you want it hooked up to your actual software. So I couldn't figure it out, and I couldn't find any YouTube videos to help me out. So in general, before you start, you do want to check out I just dropped something. Your LCD screen here. You want to make sure, in general, when you start off, you're going to get something which is going to be the Live Light preset, which is for Ableton Live, which comes with the MPK49. What you want to do is set it to the actual software using, so you got Reason, you got Cubase, Sonar, and so on. I'm using Reason, so you want to do that. And then you want to press enter, which is the same button, push down, so it enters it. So that's the main thing. You also, before that, you want to make sure that your actual connection is set properly. If you're hooking it up with MIDI wires or if you're hooking up with a USB cable. I'm going to switch into the display of the screen mode so you guys can see a bit better what I do on the screen. So let's do that. Hey guys, so I'm back. And yeah, so first thing you want to do is actually start off your Reason software. So you click on that, you should have your software set up. Before you do anything, you do want to go into your preferences and just make sure that everything's hooked up correctly. So if you go into your audio preferences, make sure that your actual interface card or your sound card is on the correct interface and not on your built-in audio or anything like that. So you want to do that. Make sure there's a check. If there's an X, it means it's not correctly hooked up, or it's not working, or the drivers aren't correctly installed. So make sure there's a green check on that. And then you go to your keyboard control surfaces, and what you want to see is this: your Akai MPK49. Yeah, I can't say that. MPK49. If you don't see this, which you might not at the beginning, you want to do something like auto detect surfaces, and it's going to do a quick scan, and you'll pretty much see how it's not that long. So yeah, you're going to do a quick scan, and it's going to pop this up if everything was connected correctly. If it wasn't, then you want to go back and make sure that your MIDI cables or your USB cables are connected correctly, and again make sure that the audio card is being connected properly as well. But in general, this is what you're going to see, and you do want to see this green check here. If you don't see that green check, it means you're not connected, and you will not get any sound out of it. So you want to make sure that that's checked. Use with Reason. And if you have any other MIDI, anything like that, you'll see it here as well. But once you're done with that, that's actually basically it. And you should have your pads working. You should have your actual keys working, and everything should be hooked up. I'm going to switch back to camera mode just because there's a little something I do want you to check out, because you can get confused. I know I did for a bit, but you can get confused on why your pads aren't set up properly. So let me go back to that and just finish off on that, alright? Alright, so this is what I want to show you guys. Just one last thing is, when you do hook up your controller to your actual Reason software, you're going to see that your pads may not be properly hooked up, so they might not be set up the way you want them to. So right now it is, because I figured it out, but this is what's going to happen. Your pads are going to be all over the place. One quick fix to that is, on your actual controller, you're going to see something called the pad bank. And you want to just play around with it, ABCD, it's already set up in a certain way where, your pads will start working. I dropped something again. Will start working the way you want them to. If they're still not hooked up, of course, you can always, adjust your settings. Always look in the manuals and see how you can actually set up your settings for these, which is actually pretty easy, but I'll do another tutorial on that later on if you want. This is just a basic one on getting started. So pad bank, play around with that, see what settings you want to do. But in general, like I said, everything should be working the way you want it to. Alright, anybody correct me if there's another way to do it. This is how I figured it out, this is how it's working for me, so if you guys figured out another way, by all means let me know if there's a better way. But other than that, I hope this helps you out. Alright, cool.